I think the biggest challenge for Canadian companies is increased pressure for talent in our market. Canada has typically produced high quality, talented individuals, and demand for those individuals is now coming from all over the world. Globalization is certainly increasing the need for talent, and hence offering new value propositions that we as Canadians must keep up. I think Canadian organizations really need to stop looking at the recruiting process as a transactional exercise. I do believe that they need to start looking at whether it be schools or individuals as building relationships. And that means to work through the entire recruiting process and shine through the entire recruiting process all the way through. We tend to spend a little bit too much time just recruiting individuals as opposed to sourcing those individuals and doing pre-identification work. I think there's a lot of opportunity to seek out individuals earlier in their careers and start to actually hunt them and start to have them part of the organization. Pre-identifying individuals brings the best talent into each of the organizations. I think organizations really need to better understand and explore the passions of individuals. Those interactions with people really starts to have an individual look at an organization with a different lens and starts to get them excited about how it is that they can balance both their passions with their professional working requirements. I think Canadian organizations can do a lot more work in pre-identifying candidates to bring into their own companies. Oftentimes we spend a lot of time in specific areas and trying to identify individuals, but putting in a little bit more extra time and investment of identifying individuals early on in their careers may prove dividends towards the tail end in getting individuals that make sense from a culture standpoint and from a capability standpoint into those organizations. The other strategy I'd encourage organizations to start employing is looking at the entire recruiting process and looking to shine through the entire recruiting process, push the value proposition at every single interaction point with candidates, and make sure that they understand the value proposition throughout and that any individual with interactions is exemplifying that value proposition to your candidates.